Hi, I'm Steve Chazen, and welcome back to this episode of SkyTech Smart Home. In our last video, we explored some of the cool new technologies at the Consumer Electronics Show. And one of the things we saw a lot of were smart lights. When you think about it, a smart home isn't truly smart unless it has smart lights. Today's episode, smart lights for your smart home. Let me just start this episode with a thank you for all the new subscribers that joined the SkyTech Smart Home YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching our videos and for your comments. So in this week's episode, we're going to talk about smart lights. You probably can tell by now, over my head is one of these smart lights in action. This is a Nanoleaf shaped smart light, which is actually in a mode now using a microphone built into the device to change its color based upon the sound of my voice. There's all kinds of things you can do with smart lights, and we're going to use this episode to show you those things and how to set them up. Let's get started. You can control them from a dedicated light switch, like this Lutron light switch. You can control them with your voice, like this. Hey Siri, turn on studio lights. And there we go. You can control them from your wrist. My office lights using the Apple Watch Alarm.com app. I can turn them off within an app, like I'm doing here in the Alarm.com app, from this very smart light switch from a company called Brilliant. I can turn them on when motion is detected as I enter a room. I can set up lights to turn on, like in this case, when my Alarm.com doorbell detects motion, it turns on the dining room lights. I can even turn them on when Wi-Fi motion sensing in the light bulb itself detects activity in the room that the light bulbs are in, and they automatically turn on. I can have a light switch turn on automatically based upon a schedule. Like these backyard lights turn on automatically 15 minutes before sunset and turn off at sunrise. You can make lights turn on when you enter a geofence. Like when my car approaches my home geofence, it turns on my lights in the dining room so no one ever has to walk into a dark home. These are just some of the many ways that you can set up and control smart lights. So how do you set this up? There's so many different types of lights from so many different manufacturers, it's quite confusing. One of the best ways, and the way we recommend, is to hire a professional to do it for you. All these different types of light switches, from Lutron to Philips to Nanoleaf to Wiz to Brilliant, they require a bit of patience to set up at first. And then sometimes they don't actually work that well together. So that's why hiring a professional is your best route, because they'll set it up to make it work every time, all the time. So you can be sure that the system operates when you need it and completely controlled in a single app, like I've been doing here for all these videos. Now, of course, you can do this yourself, but you might have to teach each of the systems, like Google and Amazon and Apple, about each bulb. So here's an example. I'm in the Nanoleaf app, and you can see in my studio I have 3 different lights: Shape, Studio Wall, and Studio Bloom. The first 2 lights are manufactured by Nanoleaf. The Bloom light is by Philips. And yet in the Nanoleaf app, I can turn on all those lights and turn them off. I can control them individually. But if I go to the app made by Philips and I try to turn on all my studio lights, only the Philips Hue light understands that command. And it gets worse when we try to use our voice. Hey Siri, turn on studio lights. Hey Siri, turn off studio lights. Hey Google, turn on studio lights.
Sorry, it looks like those lights haven't been set up yet. You can do that in Assistant Settings.
Alexa, turn on studio lights.
Echo Spot Studio doesn't support that.
Now Matter promises to change all this, as we discussed in the CES video, but we'll have to wait and see if it really does do what it promises to do. We'll focus an entire SkyTech Smart Home video on Matter so we can demystify what it can do and how it's progressing as a new standard for the smart home. As we go forward, if you have any suggestions for what you want me to review, just put them in the comments below and we'll review them and try to do those as soon as we can. I'd like to thank you again for your interest in these videos and all the new subscribers to our channel. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, feel free to share with your friends and colleagues. I'll answer every one of your comments below, and I'll also put in the list all the products I've described in these videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Be sure you're safe with Alarm.com. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe.